Hello and welcome to the D&D Grandma and the Family That Games Together podcast. For more about our history, please check us out on Twitter at D&D Grandma or on Facebook at The Family That Games Together. We hope you have as much fun listening to our story as we did creating it. Now, sit back and enjoy. Picking up right from that moment, so you've discovered, you have an inkling of where you are.
I'm really glad we woke this guy up and waited an hour.
Yeah, me too.
Now we know where we are.
Yeah. Not only that, we know that we really don't have any hope of being able to track. We're kind of like sitting desks.
Sitting desks?
That's exactly what I meant.
Desk? What's a desk?
We're waiting for people to find us.
But also, we came in here and now there's no way out. Like, we have to come in and finish
the job.
Finish the job.
We can't go anywhere. We're stuck here and we're waiting to have someone find us.
I am so sorry I've gotten you into this mess.
Oh no, we like it. It's great.
Sure, we like to put our lives on the line constantly.
I'm sensing just a little bit of sarcasm.
If you saw the
No, we
eye
chose
roll
to
that
do
followed
it.
it.
Don't forget, we chose to do that. We chose to pick up the case. So this is something we chose to do.
So should we stay here and wait for them to come to us, or should we travel more and see if we could find this red woman?
Travel more.
Do we
Well, he
want
said
to
to
find
keep
the red
going,
woman?
While we're here, what else are we
Of
gonna
course
do?
we do.
Okay, so let's go.
I think we should try to lure her out.
How do you think we could lure her?
Well,
Yeah.
we use as bait.
Yeah, we used her as bait.
She wants me.
Well, everybody wants you, so maybe we take your cloak off.
Should I braid his hair first?
Oh, that's an interesting.
No, I would
Just
say
my
take
cloak?
it down and put
Well,
it in
we
a
make a little bit of noise. I don't know.
little bow.
I think just taking your cloak off.
I do
I
have
think she
prestidigitation.
And the wind blowing.
Oh, there
Yes, exactly. And you do this.
You know, like that scene in Tangled where we braid it and put flowers in his hair. We just try to
I mean, I do have prestidigitation. I can try to do like just little
Bows and
nuisances to see if she can, if she comes out or if anything else comes out at us.
Ooh, maybe do whispers. Like, I see
Dissonant
you.
whispers?
I see you. No. Like, with prestidigitation. Can't you make it sounds like voices?
Vincent, if we were walking
For an
around
hour.
in circles, I should have known by now, since I am an outlander,
I know you're an Outlander.
right?
Doesn't help you in the Feywild.
Oh. You have to be Feywild specific?
They're a natural tracking ability. You're dealing with unnatural elements right now.
Oh, darn it.
Yeah, you said
Oh, I got it.
I know you're
All
an
right, let's get
outlander.
some sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Start making like little sticks and like crosses every once in a while.
Do you think that's going to make a path for something to
Blair
come and
Witch.
find us?
Well, how else are
Blair
we?
Witch.
We could mark a tree on the bark, like put a little
Why are
symbol,
we doing that?
Little symbols that are
just
on
to
the
make sure
tree.
that we don't go around in a circle.
Or
You know what I
to
mean?
at least confirm for us. That
I don't
we're
like how the
around in a
DM just
circle.
looked at me when we were saying that.
I don't think
just
that's
didn't-
going to work, but it's a good idea. I think our solution lies with the red woman.
Could we, maybe with your light, or with your burn, could we just like
Oh,
burn
yeah.
a little part of the tree or light a leaf? or
That's a
something?
good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything metal like a coin?
I have my
I'm
signet
hoping
ring.
to like
Right here, like they brand cows. Like a
a
brand.
dagger. Do you have a dagger?
I have a rapier.
Darn it.
I have two
I have
daggers.
I have
Give me
my
a dagger.
flute.
I don't want to light your flute up. It's a good idea, but I'm gonna take one of her daggers.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take one of the daggers and I'm gonna heat it up and I'm gonna sear the dagger.
Okay, pointing in the direction we went.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so what are we doing?
So I'm burning trees with the symbol of a dagger
Okay.
to make sure, like just singeing them, almost like sorry everybody, like a cow, like cow
Okay.
prodding trees.
Why are you saying sorry?
I've
know
never been
people
branded
don't like-
before. I don't know.
Okay, so you're pressing on through the night?
If it's nighttime, we will stop and we will rest. If it is not,
Okay.
then we will continue going.
Okay, it is nighttime.
Okay,
It's tough to
wait,
tell in the
hold on.
Feywild, but
I was gonna say, does it feel as though a certain amount of hours have passed? Are we tired? I don't want to just go by nighttime.
Our natural rhythmic clock.
your natural rhythmic clock tells you, yes, it should be about nighttime.
Is there a way that we can keep time?
I don't think so. Just it's light out.
right.
Again,
Alright, we'll just have
with
to
the
keep
watches.
checking on with ourselves. Yeah, let's do watches.
Well,
Of course.
I can create a non-magical trinket, so I could start it at a certain time to see how much time passes. But it only lasts an hour. That wouldn't work. Never mind.
All right, so we settle in for the night.
so
Okay.
for the night, I'll make a fire.
Of course.
Okay.
We're gonna have lookouts.
Okay, so you do settle in. You have you set up a cook fire. You eat your rations. Watches. Who's going? Who's going?
Oh,
First watch.
should we keep the same schedule?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll keep with second then.
Okay, Sashim. Perception check.
21.
21.
You're like we're in the Feywild.
Not in. I'll also tell you out of game. You're not 100% in the Feywild. This is sort of like a homebrew Fey shadow demi-plane thing I've got going on.
It's a
so,
Feywa.
so
A Feywa.
A Feywa.
Wait.
I'm kind
A
of.
faux Fey.
Oh, faux Fey.
I've established.
Faux Fey, bud.
I've established the lore of Whitebridge is that the veils between the planes are thin here, so I'm playing with that. I'm just
Okay.
kind of seeing what can I come up with if I combine stuff.
I absolutely love the idea of a faux Fey.
I'll faux fey you. Okay, so 21 perception check.
I don't even know what that means.
Fairly quiet. You're in tune with what's going on, sort of, but it's a fairly quiet, discomforting, but no threats present themselves.
Is there, since we are in this strange, otherworldly place, are there sounds of nature in the night? Like owls, crickets,
Yeah, to a point.
to
Yeah.
a point. Any voices that I hear or anything?
Not really.
That's why it's disconcerting.
Not really. You don't hear a whole lot.
But there is nature.
There's
Still,
nature.
There's still
Yes.
nature.
Sariel?
Okay.
Roll D20.
Yep. Perception check.
It's a 4.
What's the first bad roll?
Oh, the cow kicked Nelly in the belly in the barn. The cow kicked Nelly in the belly in the barn.
Getting off of nightly duties. From now on.
Can we think of the same Bugs Bunny cartoon?
Sure.
Spirit magic helmet.
Third watch.
I'll go. Super awesome. 6.
Okay.
But you know what? If something's happening, at least I'm not even gonna pay attention.
I'm Henry the Eighth. I am Henry the Eighth. I am. That's Ariel. The Ember's doing. Fourth and final watch.
Mine.
Okay,
Here's
Delara.
where I'm going.
Perception, right?
Mm-hmm.
12.
12 plus 6 is 18.
Wow. Yeah, plus 6 perception.
Okay.
That's good.
No threats jump out at you. There's nothing that warrants waking the party. Your 2 hours of watch pass fairly uneventfully. And as your party is beginning to awaken for the day and stretch and come out and start packing up or getting their breakfast ready, you notice maybe 10 feet away from where you had set up camp, there's a little section of brambles. And hanging from one of the tops of the brambles, it's maybe about 5 feet off the ground, on a little string you see a pouch. A little pouch that you don't remember being there the night before.
I alert all of us. Let's look over there on that bramble bush. That wasn't there. It is now.
Do I recognize the pouch at all?
Make a perception check.
Does anybody have an ability to go over and reach that without actually
17?
being there?
You don't recognize the pouch. It looks plain. It looks like a plain, almost like just cloth or burlap type of pouch.
So nothing that would be recognizable as
There's no
my
distinct.
father's.
There's no distinctive markings on it.
Okay.
I mean, it could have been. It could have been a simple coin pouch of his, but there's nothing on it nothing distinctive.
Honestly, I'm gonna just jump in here and go, just from what they said about the Red Woman, that's probably some kind of hex or something, right? Anybody else thinking that? Good,
Maybe it's
and we're
something
set it on
witchy.
fire. You really think it's something good?
What could be
What if
good
somebody's
here?
like, what if
I could
somebody's
go
like-
and
No, it's
investigate.
probably nothing good. But we
What if
already
somebody's-
have jumped into this with both feet.
But remember what the
So
little
we need
dude
to
said.
find out what's in the pouch.
The little dude said that there's nothing good here.
Nothing good here.
No. It's probably no good. But it's going to give us answers. And we jumped into this to get answers to find out what happened to her dad. So not going and investigating is not an option.
So you think? I'm so sorry. You confused me. We're gonna go and investigate it.
We're gonna go get it and say it. Yeah, see what the
Oh.
heck is in it.
I was gonna just say leave it and have her set it on fire. I don't trust anything
what I
that's
was
here.
I mean,
too.
that's totally. I mean, that's how I feel.
I want to investigate it.
You go.
Know where to go and get it?
Okay.
No,
I think
How
somebody Dexy go and get it.
how are you investigating it?
Dexy, but what does that mean?
That means that you have the ability to be fast. Like you can
Yeah,
really
but-
like
detect
open
magic.
it carefully.
I want to be able to open and see what's inside it.
Well, yeah.
Now, do we want somebody Dex or somebody that if he opens it and it's something bad,
Like a
or somebody jumps from around the bush, can chop his head off?
I want to shoot it with an arrow from distance. To try to
Test it
Okay.
out first.
That's a good idea.
You guys have thrown out like 8 different things. I need to
Okay.
know who's doing what. Pick
Okay,
something and
okay,
tell me
okay.
so I have
I'm
a
gonna
visual.
stay in the back,
See what we're gonna do.
away from it, and I'm gonna have Eldritch Blast ready.
Okay. Who's doing what? I need to call it.
I think it's good, Umber's idea. What do you think? Shoot it from here before we even approach
Yes,
it.
and then
or,
I can approach it.
or
She'll
any,
shoot it, and
any
then
of
I can
us
approach it.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot it to the ground if I can.
I'll go with her when she approaches it with my fire.
Okay,
Okay.
go.
You're gonna shoot it to the ground, so you're trying to shoot the rope holding it?
Mhm.
Okay, roll an attack.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm gonna be good. I've been listening.
She's gonna try to shoot it. That's
This is not an easy DC, I'll say that.
Wow!
Okay. Yeah, that'll work. You like Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, this shit.
The merry men.
And in one of the most perfect shots any of you have ever seen, the arrow doesn't even go all the way through. It just to the side, just enough to take the fibers of the rope. And it almost has like an artistic way that it unfurls, and the pouch drops to the ground.
Yes,
can't
Smalley
you do that
McTiny Pants. Yes.
It's on the ground. So it's still we gotta get it.
And nothing happened. It's just
Nope,
on
it
the
falls.
ground.
It falls.
I don't actually know what it is anymore. I'm confused. Why can't you do that all the time?
Wow.
Who's gonna pick it up? Who's gonna pick it
I'll
up?
go and pick it
That
up.
was worth it.
Sorry.
Okay.
Do I
I've been
need to
sleeping
roll
on
it?
the ground. I've been
Oh, what are you
sleeping on
doing?
the
I
ground.
need to know what you're doing with
For
it.
I don't know how many days. 2 days.
I want to go with
I'll go.
not
I
with
got
her, with the
my
fire ready, and I want to go and pick it up
Okay.
and open it up and see what's in there, or take it. I'll take the pouch.
Very
and-
Okay.
careful.
You don't need any check for that if that's what you're doing.
Okay.
Do we detect any movement now that the pouch has fallen?
Arcana check.
Sure.
When I get close enough to maybe see
Okay.
it, I want an Arcana. 10.
You're not catching any way of magical aura or anything off of it.
Okay. So I'm picking up the pouch. I'm taking it back to the clearing where we all are.
Okay.
I'm gonna open it up and gonna
I'm
dump
staying,
it
I'm
upside
staying
down.
away from it.
What comes
With
out?
Eldritch Blast ready. I'm just
Yeah,
Okay.
everybody's ready, and I open it up.
You turn it upside down, it opens up, and out falls a severed human ear.
Do I recognize
Does
the
it look
ear?
poisonous?
Did your father have like
Oh,
a diamond
jeez.
earring?
There's no earring or anything in it, unless you.
So it's just an ear. Is there like a distinctive freckle of sorts?
Or it's
Any
the
moles?
shape in there.
Make a perception check.
15, 17?
A little bit.
Okay. I can't see it yet because I'm far away, right?
Does it look like it's like poisoned? Like is it
No.
goopy and green or?
Uh-uh.
Newly
That's just for
So
picking it up.
misshapen.
is it newly amputated or is it old?
It's not still bleeding. The blood has been congealed, but it hasn't started decaying yet.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm
Within
still
a
standing back and they're standing over it. And then someone just says,
It's an ear.
"A what?"
An ear.
And I kind of like put Eldritch Blast down a little bit and I come forward and I see a distinctive freckle.
A little bit.
Is that Iceland?
Is that Iceland? That's terrible.
I'm having a moment.
Umbra's like, yeah, that's a human.
Yeah.
You recognize it.
Is
I'm
this familiar
assuming.
to you?
And I'm just staring agape at
I
it,
can't
just
say-
nodding.
Like I want to put my arm around her. And I'm gonna say I can't.
And
A
I still
construct.
have, I see her coming towards me. I still have kind of Eldritch Blast here, and I just kind of go without like releasing it. No, and I just like kind of have it right there,
Okay.
and I'm staring at
But
it.
time is different here. It might have been yesterday that it happened. So he's still alive. And if they wanted to make a statement to prove that he was dead, no offense, but it would be his head. He's
true.
alive. He's 1 ear short, but he's alive.
Yep.
This is the best news we've gotten.
I put down Eldritch Blast. You make a point, but they have him.
They have him. Honestly, what I was going to say is, of course they have him, because if he was able to leave and get back to you, he would have. Something is preventing him. That's why we're here. Your suspicions are confirmed, but also this is good news.
Okay, I need to kill something.
Yeah, we're going to go kill something. Let's
Now
go.
I'm with ya.
Thank you, Tiny McSmall Pants.
Yes.
All right. Miniature bridges.
Setting out back on your journey.
Yes.
I would like to bury the ear. Just saying.
Okay, you can take a minute to bury that.
I'm gonna take a minute, just bury the ear, and just do a quick little prayer over it before we go.
Okay, she does that.
Is there anything else in this, like herbs, or
No.
is there any kind of marking of the twine or the leather that was used for the sack?
Nothing that you notice. I recognize that stick out of the other, 1,700,000 sticks.
Blue twine.
There was a distinctive freckle DM. I mean,
There was a distinctive freckle, yes. There was a birthmark in the shape of Iceland. We went to a place with this, didn't we? Okay. Okay, so you're setting back out on your journey. You're leaving this place where the branches have made a roof. Marching order, and whoever's in front, survival check.
I am in the back.
Let's see.
I'm in the front.
Survival check, Nulara, please.
Hey, okay. 13.
You're progressing for what feels like a few hours. Like, you're not even hungry yet. You're not even hungry for lunchtime yet. But it's been a couple of hours. And there's the natural roof again. There's the spot with the branches. And I think that's where the ear was buried. But you've been walking for a few hours.
Every once in a while, I keep putting another dagger burn pointing.
You see the first one that you made.
We're going around in circles.
Going
that's,
around, does she see
that's,
anyone that she's made?
we are.
That's
Nope.
for sure. We're going around in circles.
So she only sees the first one
Correct.
that she made.
You can make another survival check if you want.
Another what?
Another survival check.
Are you assist in some way?
14.
You roll another one. I'll say she's helping you. You did it with advantage.
Okay. 10.
Okay, so
Six
the
and a
14.
four.
So the 14 was better. Okay, you go for another few hours. You do break, or whether you have rations on the road or you stop and you have a midday snack or whatever.
I was gonna ask, do we see any animals as we're walking?
You hear things that might be scurrying, but nothing comes in your path.
No
Birds?
birds? Hey.
Not once again, you hear things that could be in the distance, but nothing is really crossing your path. You don't pass the brambles again, or the roof again, but you do notice all of a sudden a path that there's the path that you've been walking, and there's another one that just almost out of nowhere goes up and to the left.
It wasn't there the last times we ran around.
Correct.
Okay.
You don't even know if you went in a circle. You feel like you've been going straight,
Well, yeah, but it's obvious we have.
and now all of a sudden another path juts to the left.
So we take it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a really big mark on one of the trees. Maybe to override anything else.
Okay. So you begin following this path, and you're on it for what feels like the rest of the day, and your bodies are starting to tell you that night is close, even though it's just this dull, bluish gray over the top, and it's just very, very dark coming through the canopy. You eventually come to an opening, effectively what would be a clearing, even though there's tree here, tree there, and it's all very just dark colors, dark grays and browns. And you do come to a small hut. It looks like it's made out of solidified mud, almost like a type of clay, and is on what would effectively be an island. And there is a small, mud pond surrounding this hut.
Like a full on circle.
Yeah, it's
And
like
the,
a full,
hut, and the hut is on the island.
sort of, but the moat is, you can see from here, it's just mud. It's almost like bog. And there's a solid piece of land in the center of this, and on that piece of land is this hut that looks like it's made out of hardened mud that has become clay.
Gotcha.
On the other side of the hut, you see, so the hut I would say is about 60 feet in front of you. On the other side of the hut, so that would be 120 feet. I'm allowing it because it's not quite dark yet, so even if you don't have dark vision, I'm allowing this. You guys can see what the landscape is. On the opposite side of the hut, about 120 feet away, you see in the distance, it looks like some sort of wooden pen, and there is a humanoid figure inside of it. And every 10 to 15 feet around the perimeter of this moat, you see various shapes and sizes of like wicker figures that are just stuck into the ground.
Jesus freaking, why are we here?
Freaking. Does the humanoid figure see us?
Well, hard to tell. It's 120 feet away. He's inside whatever this wooden pen is.
Oh, because the pen is covered. It's
Yeah.
not open.
Effectively like a wood. It's almost like a wooden cage.
But we could see him and he can't see us?
You can see a humanoid figure.
Yeah.
You know, it's a he, a she, and it.
In
it's
a cage.
In a cage. You see a humanoid figure, 2 arms, 2 legs, in a cage. Because it's 120 feet away. That's the only detail you can really make out.
2 ears, can't make it out.
Can't make it out from here.
Message him.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I don't want to approach
It's a
yet.
good one.
Okay.
Say, Dad, is that you or some shit?
So I'm gonna message
Okay.
at 120 feet. Don't make any noise. Just think. Who are you? Tell me who you are in your thoughts.
That's the message you send?
Yes.
Okay. The reply back is, Sariel, why are you here? You shouldn't be here.
I send a message back. Dad, stay quiet. I'm here to get you. I've brought adventurers with me. We're here to save you.
You're all in danger. You have to leave now. Leave me here.
I'm not leaving without you. So just pay attention to my instruction. And then I noodles the group. That's my dad. It's my dad.
Oh, I get very emotional.
Flame on.
At this point, you see a crimson shape float out of the window of the mud hut. And as it completely, I guess for lack of a better word, unfurls itself and just solidifies.
Readying firebolt.
Okay. You see gliding across the mud moat toward your position what would be, if they look normal, a beautiful woman.
Human?
Looks elven, but the skin is totally red. And black hair as tall as she is, just floating behind her.
Ready, Hex.
Okay. And she's not even walking, she's just gliding across the mud towards you.
I'm ready my short bow.
Ready, Hex.
Thank you all for coming. My guest was getting lonely.
Firebolt!
You're casting?
Firebolt!
Because you said you're ready to... I'll give it... Actually, who else had an action ready? I would like a dexterity check from the 3 of you. I'll give one of you the surprise action.
Oh, that didn't even land flat. Possible.
20.
Is it just on the die or do we add anything?
You can add your dexterity modifier.
Just my regular mod.
That's a 17.
Okay.
I lost.
Okay. You will get your hex.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got a 10 if we all get things.
She won. She gets the hex. Looks one thing up, guys. One
Well, he's
thing.
looking it up. Kristen, how do you like being our guest today?
This is absolutely amazing. After listening to the cast and responding in my car for so long, it feels like being on set with celebrities. Even though we've known you for years. Even though I've known you guys for years, it does feel like being on set with celebrities. So thank you so much for having me as your guest. It's been a lot of fun, and thank you for your patience.
Oh,
No,
stop.
you're doing
You're
great.
great.
Awesome.
You're doing
Yep.
wonderfully.
That's right.
You can also, in addition to the extra damage you would get, you can also give her disadvantage on an ability check. So you can pick whichever ability you want that to be. I would do wisdom because
For
wisdom
concentration.
is her spellcasting ability check. It's what she would need to do counter spell, something like that. So I tried, if I'm going against a caster, I would pick their casting ability and use that as the disadvantage. I mean, it doesn't come up often. Ability checks don't come up often in combat, but that's the secondary effect. The big thing with Hex is the extra D6 damage. Okay, so your Hex, before you guys even have a chance to react, Sariel just lets loose this incantation, and you see this, like, black smoke almost begin to swirl around this woman's feet, and you know the curse has taken hold on her, the hex curse. That will trigger initiative roll.
Initiative!
This guy's looking forward to this combat.
Initiative.
Exterminate.
6.
Oh! Hey, it's like you went first, though, so it's okay. You're allowed to stay.
Okay, Ember.
14.
Okay, Nulara.
16.
Sashim.
6.
Sariel.
4.
Oh, okay. So worse than me. That's
Tor.
why I feel better.
12.
Umbra.
18.
Ooh.
18. Rogue initiative. Umbra going first.
Okay, can I use my bonus action first to hide anywhere to try to get my sneak damage?
Sure, you can do that.
Okay, yeah, okay, so...
Whether
I'll-
you'd sink back into the trees or find
yeah,
like
I want
against
to
one of the
sneak back
figures.
just a little bit
Sure.
so that they don't see me coming. Okay, and then I'm going to short bow.
Just roll a stealth check. Start with that.
10. Wow,
Okay.
I'm really rolling like shit today.
Okay.
Oh, here, you want to
Christ.
cleanse them?
That's a big prison.
Something.
The hide will not give you advantage.
Okay, 6, 19.
To hit?
Yeah.
That does hit. So you won't get sneak, but you'll get the you'll get your short bow damage.
Oh man, 5.
Okay. The arrow does sink into her.
What's her reaction? Okay.
Like that.
Lovely.
She takes it. Nulara, you're going next. Very uncleric like.
Okay. Sacred Flame.
Okay.
Because we're in a big battle, right?
Yeah.
I would unleash. Sacred Flame is good,
Yeah.
but also think about trying to do multiple things at once. So remember, you also have Spiritual Weapon. You also have Bless. You have all these extra little things you could do.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could cause damage. Oh, it's okay.
If I cast Secret Flame, I can cast something else. Is that what you're saying?
What level spell is Sacred Flame?
Sacred Flame is a cantrip.
Then I would definitely Spiritual Weapon as well.
Okay.
Spiritual Weapon is an actual spell, right?
Yeah, it is.
So
It's
essentially,
second level.
but it's also bonus
Nice.
action, right?
Remember last week?
Yeah.
Last time we
Okay.
just did that.
Yeah.
So you always have an
For a
action
while,
and a
huh?
bonus action.
Okay.
That was a
When you
good-
cast
good,
Spiritual Weapon,
good design.
you cast it as a bonus action, and then you attack with it.
You think I
And
used a
then,
great
because
axe.
it's a bonus, you still get a full action. But you can only cast one spell. So for your action, you could cantrip. So I would say yes.
To the spiritual weapon first.
Do the Spiritual Weapon first,
Yeah.
light it up right next to her, hit her with the spell, then do your other spell.
Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame. Okay, those two kind of can go together.
Okay.
Next round, as your bonus action, you can move that Spiritual Weapon, still hit with it. It's already there, it's already cast, you're still hitting with it,
So I can still use it.
and then you can cast another spell. So that's the good thing about Spiritual Weapon, you can keep it going. It's good to cast first.
Okay.
Yeah, she's how far away from us?
How far away is she?
How close did you let her get before casting Hex?
She was like right in front of us when we cast.
Oh.
casted.
Well, she would have started talking to you about maybe 50 feet away.
Right when she started, like her first word is when I casted.
Okay, she's, I'll say 40 feet away. She's within
Fine,
range of
60
Spiritual
feet.
Weapon.
You're fine.
Yeah. Okay, so you're casting Spiritual Weapon.
Yes, I am.
There's no saving throw for that. That just happens. What form would you like your Spiritual Weapon to take? Chancleta, chancleta, chancleta. Make it a chancleta.
She looks like she's in uniform.
And turn the radio up so the neighbors don't hear you. Zángaro, baboso, desgraciado.
Right?
Baboso, I hate that word. Oh, God.
I love that word. It's awesome.
Oh,
That's how Latin hip-hop was-
It's drooling. Oh, I love it.
That's how Latin hip hop was born. Zángaro, baboso.
I hate to use, Tor has that big axe thing, so I don't want to use that.
You do whatever you
You
want.
can do it. You can make a shield. Literally, it's whatever you want.
Do you know how vicious I can get?
Yeah.
A big, thick spike right into her brain. That's what I'm thinking of, right? A big, thick spike.
Okay. So Nulara
See if
steps
that
up,
works.
and this radiant golden spike that looks like a railroad spike appears above this red woman's head.
Mm-hmm.
Roll a spell attack for me. A d20 and add your spell attack bonus.
She goes there.
Dear diary, today I learned not to piss off D&D grandma.
17, 23.
Oh, certainly hits.
Yes.
Most certainly hits. Okay, roll a d8 and add your wisdom modifier, please.
11.
Okay.
Ooh.
As the spike,
Oh, nice.
you're gonna kill her in one shot. Come on.
No, I don't expect to kill her.
But she took.
But I planted.
You
Yeah.
yeah,
Planted, good.
yeah. That she took the 11 damage.
Okay.
Now you can also sacred flame if you'd like,
Okay, sure.
and the spiritual weapon stays there.
Yes. I'm going to sacred flame.
Okay, that would be a deck save. She has advantage.
And you now own one of the railroads in Monopoly.
So if you land on it,
She fails. That's a 3 and a 5 with advantage. She fails. D8, please. Just one D8. No ability modifier.
Am I
No ability. Just the dice, Mom.
Oh.
On sacred flame, it's just the dice.
Okay, 7.
7. Okay.
That's
Rolling
not
good.
bad.
Rolling good damage there. Oh, you want to move at all, or are you happy where you are?
I know, I'm happy with that.
Ember, you're up.
Please describe the layout to me. She's directly in front of us, right?
I'm envisioning you all sort of in like a very, almost like a line, but slight curvature, like around the bank of this mud
And it's
pit, except for Umbra, who has moved back to
Okay.
try and get cover and shoot. And the hag is about 40 feet off of what would be the bank of this.
40 feet off. And then you said that there's little,
There's like
Different
figures
things?
every 10 or 15 feet. Yeah.
okay, so I'm assuming, because I don't know any better, that, because I'm not smart, that I'm gonna try to run to one of the figures and light it up.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do, how far away is it?
10 feet.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to Mantle of Flame.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to Scorching Ray.
Okay.
her,
Okay.
and I'm gonna move over to one of, because my ring is, and I'm gonna move over. So next round, that thing will take my
Okay.
flame.
Roll the Scorching Ray attack, as now not just her hands, but you see this ring of fire just totally encompasses
Yeah.
Ember. This
I'm-
albino
I'm
woman.
Dumbledore. I got a ring of fire.
Yeah, she's Albus Dumbledoring this.
And I'm running, and now I'm gonna shoot 3 balls of fire. Oh, you son of a bitch. That's better.
Don't talk about Crixus that way.
I used one of my luck points.
Okay.
16 and stuff, 19 and stuff, and a fail.
Okay.
And then I think that's 2d6 per roll.
So 46, yeah.
Yeah. A 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4.
Exactly average.
9, 10.
No,
Yeah.
not quite. Oh, no, not quite. 1, 2,
10.
3, 6, 10, yeah.
10 damage plus my charisma when I hit with a fire spell.
Okay. So another 4.
But didn't I hit twice?
Is it on each hit? Let's look that up.
Mantle of Flame, I have.
Make a ranged attack for each right. No, so you get the ability twice. So that's an extra 8 damage she'll take.
Okay. And, yeah, okay, that's okay.
Okay. Tor.
Can I give Tor a bardic inspiration before he starts his turn?
Not before he starts his turn. It'll have to be on yours that you do that. Yeah.
so I'm gonna just whack her with the great axe.
She's 40 feet away across mud, so you got to get to her.
I have to get to her. All right, how about I'll just throw a javelin?
Okay.
11.
11's gonna miss, unfortunately. As Torch takes his stance with the javelin, but the footing is a little weird in this place, and he's not able to hit his target as the javelin sails wide. She goes next. She is gonna come 20 feet closer, so now she's 20 feet away from all of you.
She's still over the
She's still about maybe 1 to 2 feet above the mud. So she's 20 feet in front of you and a little up, because she's just hovering. And you
Okay.
just see her extend her hand like this, and she makes like this sucking sound. I need everyone but Umbra to make a Constitution saving throw.
Didn't I move out of the way? I ran 10
You're
feet.
still within 30 feet of her.
Disperse, people, disperse.
And I didn't get the chance to do the thing of her wisdom yet.
No, that's on her.
That's on.
That's on her.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for saving throw, that's this box
7.
right here.
Right. So
You
that
okay?
was
Fail.
That.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Umber, you're fine.
17.
Pass.
21.
Pass.
25.
Pass.
16.
Everyone but Nulara passed.
Okay.
So Nulara will take full damage. The rest of you take half.
Of 18
As
D6.
she attempts to literally siphon your life out of you.
That's nice. Everybody, maybe we should disperse.
Okay.
So Nulara,
Run away. Run away.
Nulara, you take 14 necrotic damage. Everyone else takes 7, except Umbra, who takes nothing because
moved back.
she moved back out of the radius.
To get a, like
That's
a
just one of
perch
the-
kind of.
As she's
Denise
just
is like, why
literally,
did she take that?
I just want to know.
as she is quite literally,
Special.
and you could almost feel like things like almost like your bodily fluid being pulled out of you, and it's just siphoning off to
Oh,
her.
nice.
Very nice. Vince.
She does like the Doctor Who, the silence. Sashim.
All right. She's within 20 feet. Okay. I'm gonna cantrip Ray of Frost.
Okay.
All right. And then try to do a running jump.
You can't attack and cast. You can cast or you can attack.
She's over the mud.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna cantrip the Ray of Frost.
Do that. Roll to hit. This will be with your spell attack, not your greatsword attack.
Understood. Which is the spell attack bonus. Okay.
Correct.
7.
Not gonna do it. As that bolt of cold energy just goes off past her.
Okay.
Sariel.
Is there any one of my party members that are within 10 feet of her?
No. No one's within 10 feet of her.
I'd like to use Shatter.
Okay.
Lasts.
She's gonna make her saving throw, but she'll take half damage. Okay, so 3d8s, please. You can also roll, along with the 3d8s, 1d6 for Hex.
Oh. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12 damage total?
Yes.
Okay. And remembering your bonus, so Tor, you now have a d6 inspiration dice that you can add
Six, yes,
to
okay.
whatever you do in the next 10 minutes.
Here, do you want me to give? I'll give you one of mine so you can remember.
There you go.
It's a pink one, so it's
I was-
very
I
different.
feel
Back to the top of
special.
the order. So, Umbra, back to you.
I feel special.
I'm gonna roll to try to get cover again.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
Okay.
That will give you advantage.
All right. I'm gonna hit her with my short bow. 10 plus 16.
16 will hit.
Yay.
The way that Vin responds sometimes, like when you're like 16, and he's like, 16 will hit.
You know that's
I
like
think
right
that's
on the edge.
Just it. Like the way he reacts.
Yeah.
When you tell him like 20, he's like, oh yeah, 20 hits. That means like, oh, you overshot it. But like when he's like, it means, oh, you just got that.
9, 14, 18.
18 damage. That was nice.
Nice.
And notice how the music changed right when that happened.
Oh, no.
Vin's like, I'll take care of that. Hold on.
You know what happy
Yeah.
dancing is right now.
Bullshit.
Sounded like we won.
Yeah, right.
Like, and she's dead.
Captain the spoils.
Okay. Nulara, back to you. You get that free hit with spiritual weapon every time.
Right.
So
right.
roll, let's take care of that first.
So I can do that? Can I do
She only moved 20 feet,
it? Yeah.
and that'll be your bonus action to move it. She only moved 20 feet, so she's still within range. So you can move the weapon back to her and attack with it.
Okay.
So roll a d20, and that's
Now
your
you no
bonus.
longer have a bonus action this round. You can still cast a spell. Plus 4, 8.
Okay.
And now you can also
You
cast a
give her
spell.
more points.
So right now you only have 1 second level spell slot that's been used.
Okay.
You've taken
Who's
damage.
taking damage?
I'm
I've
33.
taken.
You keep trying to hurt her. You've got cantrips too. You get Sacred
Yeah.
Flames, Hold the Dead.
That's what I was thinking. Sacred Flame.
Okay.
Saving throw if it's triggered.
Ooh. With advantage, she rolled double 9s, plus her dexterity is a 12. That does not make it. Roll a d8, please.
But as long as you think
4. She takes another 4. Ember, you're up.
I already have my mantle going. My flames. I am now going to release my wings.
Okay.
I'm going to fly up into the air. And I am going to cast another Scorching Ray.
Okay.
Hit, miss. I'm going to try to re-roll that. Ooh. Okay. I got a 19 plus stuff. I got a 10 plus, I think it's 6, my modifier.
Hits.
And a 15.
Okay. All hit.
Woohoo!
Ooh. Wow.
I'm going to re-roll 1, 2.
Yes.
Ooh.
Math me, girl.
You empowered it?
Yes. 22 plus 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 plus 4 for my Radiant Soul. And now I have to check. Radiant Soul, it's not for each hit, right? It's just... Oh, no, I can only do it once per turn. So
Okay.
that's 4 radiant damage.
Okay.
About as much as I can do, people.
Wow.
That was monstrous damage. As these 3 constant bolts of just concentrated fire just erupt from Ember, who now has sprouted wings and is 10 feet in the air.
With a fiery blaze around me.
And like whips these 3 bolts of fire. Huge damage
And I
on the
gotta
head.
fly.
Today I learned not to piss off Ember.
And I'm going to fly as far over to her father as I can.
Okay, I'll say you have another.
Hopefully behind-
How far up did you go?
Oh yeah, my flying speed is only 30. Let's say I went if Hoo-Ha is standing here and I'm standing here, I want to go that way. So can I go on a diagonal, like next to her, up 30 feet?
Sure.
So I only went up 15 and I went over 15. How's that?
Okay. Tor, you're up.
Throw him up. She's still 40 feet. She hasn't come close.
She's gotten 20 feet closer.
Oh,
So she's
all
20
right.
feet.
All right, so now I could go with my axe.
Lighting that guy on fire, the wicker man, did it do anything to her?
No, the wicker man caught on fire.
But it didn't distract her or upset her at all?
He's burning.
Oh, okay. I'm not
It's
gonna
burning,
worry about
whatever
that
the wicker figure was
I'm
supposed
gonna
to be.
go into a rage and
Okay.
use reckless attack.
Okay. As Thor through the bog.
Through the bog.
14, 20, 22.
22 hits.
Ooh.
22 hits. 9.
Like, plus your rage damage too?
Rage. 11, excuse me.
Okay.
Thank you.
As Tor now with the great axe, going to his old trusty for this one. You see the blade cut into her hip at this point because he's swinging up a little bit, so the shot goes into the side of her leg.
Oh, yeah.
She lets out a scream. Did not like that at all.
Did not like that. Oh,
Didn't like that.
Yeah.
She's mad now.
Why? She's gonna
Good
like
for
it?
you.
I mean, really.
She just did my famous line. Now I'm mad.
But the one who really angered her is Ember. She points down at Tor. She goes, I'll deal with this one in a minute. Eyes of hatred sink on you, Ember.
I'm
The-
hatreding right back at you.
Yeah, you're flying.
She raises her hand, and you see the tree line above parts a little bit. And straight up, you look, and you can see a giant storm cloud has formed above the tree line. I need Ember.
Yeah.
This was going to affect like 3 of you, but now it's on you. She didn't like that 34 damage. I need Ember to make a dexterity saving throw.
And podcast family, if you could have seen the flying motion of Ember,
It was something to behold.
I am truly inspired. There's my bardic inspiration.
What is it, Bug?
Dexterity saving throw.
10.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
I'm gonna get shoot out of the sky, but it was so worth it, man.
You're gonna be the prettiest thing that was ever shot out of the sky.
Oh, look at that. That's nice. Trying to make her feel better.
No, you know what? I do feel good because if I saved 3 of you guys who were gonna take her down.
So you take 10, 13. It's not that bad. You
really?
take 22 points of lightning damage.
I'm a sorcerer.
You
Oh,
smoke-
I'm out.
You're smoking.
That's out.
I'm out.
Ooh.
As the hag raises her hand,
Oh no.
and this giant bolt of lightning comes cascading down through the tree line. Ember gets caught completely in it, and you just see Ember falls out of the sky. Boom! Lands
feathers.
into the bog.
It's
You
like-
fail one death save.
It's like in Duck Hunt when you see the duck go and then the dog comes and laughs at you.
I'm going to say it louder so the healer knows what's going on. Ember has failed one death save.
Oh,
I
Because
failed
you
one.
auto-
I only have 2 more.
Because she went unconscious and
I'm looking at my
automatically...
thing.
Okay.
Hit the
Prayer of
mud.
healing.
Band-aid.
So my
Box.
wings are gone, my fire's gone.
Ooh, Lordy.
Essentially, I'm gone.
no.
Basically,
Can I retcon that I left a note to my family back at the house? I'm just gonna ask.
basically, Nulara, your job right now is Operation Heal the Sorcerer.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
Sashim, you're up.
Okay, so
Wait, you were in the muck? No, you weren't.
He had to move. He's like...
he stepped into
he's
it.
ankle deep in the
Nothing
bog.
happened to
Bring
him.
them up, man.
What else is new, Anthony?
I like mud. Mud.
because I'm like,
That's what I heard about
I'm
you.
between 2
Great, man.
Okay, until the sorcerer's healed, I'll do chromatic orb.
That's it, man.
Okay.
Throw some magic on.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'll take a chromatic
Sashim
orb.
is done messing around.
Yeah.
Roll an attack.
15.
Plus 19.
That'll do it. And that will do 3d8 damage of your choice.
3d8.
Acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, or
Which
thunder.
one does she get pissed off at? Gotcha.
Let's see.
It's not really something you order from the spa, though. Like, you know.
I'd like 34 fire damage,
I'd like
please.
34 fire damage to align my chakras and open my third eye. Thank you.
Check it too with fire. Poison.
Do something different.
The
I'm gonna do
dark web.
poison.
You're gonna do poison.
I'm gonna do poison.
Okay.
So many.
Do it, baby.
3d8. 17.
17. Ooh. As this little ball of what looks like just concentrated green smoke. Sashim, like, fastball specials this. Hits this hag right in the face. She's not looking good at all.
Yes!
That's how we want her looking. Not good at all.
Sariel.
So since her wisdom and everything is all messed up, I would like to do Tasha's hideous laughter on her.
Okay.
Listen, you're dead right now.
So you
Yeah,
said
exactly. You're dead.
I'm not dead. I'm bleeding out.
Nah.
Show you what the dice says.
Oh, no.
What?
I'm showing you. It's a 19 on the die. I'm sorry. She makes the save.
I don't think he's really sorry. If he was really sorry, he would have said sorry.
If you were really sorry, you'd get that smile off your face.
Finn likes to smile in uncomfortable situations. I don't know if you know about that.
As she looks at you. Cute.
Oh girl, I'm not done. Oh, my earrings, I'm still pretty.
Oh, snap.
Umbra, back to you.
Oh, my earrings, I'm still pretty.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot at her right now. 19.
Hits.
Ooh, that's a 1, so 5. And I am gonna use my bonus action to, to help Sachin.
Okay.
I know.
Hey!
Hi.
Hey.
What kind of...
Hey, you guys!
You guys.
Hey! Well, I'm gonna yell out at her, actually. I want to tell her not to step in the bog.
Okay.
I don't think I have.
You haven't, and I want to make
I
sure
don't-
that you're gonna stay out of it, and I want to help you on your
Yeah,
next
I
rounds.
really
Yeah.
haven't.
Turn. Nulara.
I got into prayer healing over Victoria.
Prayer healing takes 10 minutes to cast.
Oh wait, was Tor in melee with her?
Yes.
Yes.
So I would have gotten my sneak.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think we were misusing it last time. I was doing prayer healing.
You guys haven't used prayer of healing.
It's healing word you want. Maria.
Healing word is the one you want.
Oh,
That would be
Healing
another
word
4.
Okay.
is the distance healing.
okay. Healing word.
Okay.
Bonus action.
Yes. First or second level.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna do it at second level.
Yes, you are. Okay. Anytime I ask you that, I'm trying to give you a hint.
Yeah, I know.
Upcast it. Cast it at second level.
Yeah.
Okay. 2d4, please.
6.
6. Okay. Now what else do we know?
How much?
You add what else?
My wisdom modifier.
Correct. So which is?
Just read it. +4.
Plus, so 10. You also add 2.
Yeah.
So we're up to 12. And you add the spell's level. So that's another 2.
2.
Ember, you're awake with 14.
Wow.
Wow! Yes, D&D Grandma.
I'm gonna wake up. My sciatica.
No, that's what me is saying,
Step
not
up.
you.
Oh, that's gonna leave a mark.
Okay.
And that's good timing because Ember, you're up.
Oh.
Hey!
Oh.
Excellent.
Welcome back.
You don't ever want somebody with a failed death save to have to roll another one. Because if you roll a natural 1,
That's 2-2. That's
bye bye. So
Doesn't she have a
she's
lucky
awake. She's awake
point?
now. It's irrelevant. She's awake now. I would allow the lucky points in that situation.
out.
But
I'm out.
you've used them all?
Yeah, I've been kicking ass.
Okay,
I
anyway.
would give you. I have 5.
It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. You're
I'm
awake.
awake. I am going to stand up. How close am I to her right now?
You were 10 over, 30 feet away, and then 30 feet up and out. What y'all say?
I want to say I'm like parallel to her.
I'm going to say you're 35 feet away. Just because that's the number that makes sense in my head. I'm sure a mathematician is going to geometrically figure out what I said, and don't rule fire me. God damn it.
I'm going to
You
chromatic.
go,
I'm
Professor.
going to chromatic orb her.
Do it!
8 plus 6.
No, 14 just misses, unfortunately. As you throw that chromatic orb and it just sails over her head.
She's still...
I mean, I was still a little dazed from being like almost dead and falling like
Yeah.
15 feet.
Not
out
your
of the
best
sky.
moment. Not your best
2
moment.
stories out of the sky.
Tor, you're up.
Tor, I'm up. Okay. What do I want to do? Can I grapple her?
Certainly try.
Yeah.
Wow,
Right.
that's
Rage.
Okay.
Ooh.
Which,
Don't
Can
forget
I
for
retcon? I want to.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna quicken and heal myself.
okay. So that would be an athletics check, so you automatically have advantage.
Right.
And then you have a d6 you can add to it if you want.
Use reckless attack.
You don't need to, you already have advantage because you're good
Thank you.
on athletics checks.
Okay. Athletics is a +6. To the higher number, that'll be 14.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, are you comfortable with the 14 or do you want to add your inspiration? You have to declare. You're going to add it.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Got it.
Because you have to declare it before I
Oh,
call
fudge.
pass whisper.
1.
So 15.
15.
Okay, she rolled 11. So, Tor reaches up and is now holding on to her. Grab
Now
her
what are you
leg.
gonna do with her?
I don't know, guys.
Well, that's his action. So he's basically just hanging on to her. He's like, come on, hit her! She goes now,
Oh my God.
which is actually a good move for you, Tor. You were getting the lightning bolt next, but if she does it now, it would hit you.
Hit her. Well,
It
that
would
was
hit
the
her.
whole idea.
Yeah.
Because she's sending lightning bolts and stuff. I figured, can she hit herself?
Well, let's see if first off, let's see if the siphon comes back.
Can she multitask?
It does. Ember's out of range. Umbra's out of range. Sariel, Tor, Nulara, Sashim. Constitution saves.
I'm sorry. You said I'm out of range. Right?
You're out of range and so is Umbra. Yeah.
Sorry, I was waiting.
Oof,
14.
12.
14 will not make it, unfortunately.
12.
12 does not make it.
4.
4 does not make it.
We all
Tor.
gonna make it.
6 does not make it.
Wow.
You are raging though, so you'll take half damage anyway.
Okay.
11. You 3, 15 points of necrotic damage.
Oof.
Are you out?
Not yet.
Okay. Tor, that is 7 for you.
Me?
Yeah, 15. You take 15, Sashim takes 15, Sariel takes 15, Tor takes 7. As this time you can feel like your life being sucked out of you. Sashim,
I'm out.
you're unconscious? Okay.
I'm the
There's
26.
people
I'm
have
at
potions.
26.
I mean, I have potions.
I
I
have
need to-
potions.
Alright, so I'm at a I could roll 2 because I'm at an advantage. Correct.
If you're declaring advantage.
Somebody gave
I
me an
gave
advantage.
him an advantage.
Oh, you get right the help. Yes, you are. You have advantage on an attack. Yes.
But
That's
she
right, I
also
don't use this
said-
anymore, right?
No.
It's over.
Thank you.
Yeah, I yelled.
Yeah.
Do not get into the box.
Do not get into the box. I got
I
the
think that's a
advantage.
bad
So what are you doing?
idea.
I'm gonna do chromatic orb again.
Do the chromatic orb.
Okay, I'm taking this
That's
Yep.
19
19 hits.
and it's
Nice
3d.
move
How many is it?
3d8.
3d8, yeah.
So you would get 4.
Oh yeah, the more the merrier.
So when you time it,
5.
For 2, 3, and then 4.
5 damage total
Yeah.
on 3d8s.
Yeah.
you get 3 right now.
Sorry about
You
that.
increase it.
She took the damage,
Oh,
but
okay.
I
It
thought
wasn't
it
enough,
increased
I know.
with each level
Tell me
of
about
act.
it.
If you were to
Okay.
cast that 3, you get 5.
Sariel, you're
That
up.
makes sense.
Come on, Saria.
Do it.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers at a level 2.
I missed. Hang on.
I missed this. You
Okay,
have-
podcast listeners, it is a rule when this spell gets used. Okay, it is a rule at my table. This is the song that gets played.
I wish I got some sort of warning.
That's the beauty of
That's
it.
the beauty.
So mom would get pissed. She used to cast this all the time.
Yeah.
I would
It's
say
just her
that.
bread and butter,
And
man.
he would just
The whole
sit there and
time.
he'd be like, "What are you casting? Oh, okay, no problem." And then just very quietly press the space key, and the song would come on. He always had it queued.
Okay, what is the saving throw on that? I forget. I forget the wisdom.
Psyche? Oh wait, hold on. Wisdom.
Wisdom. Oh no! That's a 6. Roll that damage.
So she's gonna
Please.
take 3d6 plus. I'm using it at level 2, so an additional d6. So 4.
She knows
Come
what
on,
she's doing.
Sario.
She's casting
Glad
this
you
thing.
knows your
Come on.
stuff.
Roll a good one.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Would you like to call your shot?
Nice. We're all busted and bleeding.
Jeez, yeah, man.
She had 4
I want to
left.
go home.
Even if she made the saving throw, it would have been enough. She had 4 left. But-
Oh, jeez.
Oh, man.
So, I want to go like right up to her as like bitchy and catty as possible, even going through muck. I don't even care. I was like, "How cute is it now,
My
bitch?"
shoes.
And
My
just
shoes.
and rapier, or no, it was Dissonant
It was
Whispers.
just more whispers. So, but that'll be what
You're
that'll be what
whispering
you whisper
something.
to her.
Okay.
How cute is it now, bitch? As that just echoes in her head, and the eyes roll back, and
And then as she goes back, and I am still pretty.
and Tor, you feel her go limp in your grasp as
Yep.
the life just leaves her body.
Wow.
That's,
Hey, you
that's
gotta
good
clear your
battle.
shoes, honey.
This is why you wore the boots.
This is why I wore the boots. Thank you. Okay.
Wow.
We gotta heal the band-aid box.
Yes.
Yeah,
do.
somebody pour a potion down her
I
throat.
I also have
Yeah,
cure wounds
some
and
down.
healing word.
Oh, that'll work. Okay,
So can I healing word her?
sure. As you're celebrating your win and looking around, you see Nulara's the only one not celebrating.
And I'm just like
she's
kind of
face
seeing
down.
people like face down in mud and like bleeding. I'm like, oh, okay.
We're damaged. We're damaged a bit.
Damaged goods.
Well, she's getting ready to cast. I'm gonna walk over with a healing potion too and pump a little extra in her.
Okay,
So we still gotta get out of this place.
regular healing potion.
Regular healing.
So you roll that too. We'll add the whole thing together. So 2d4 plus 2.
I had 3.
So it's that plus whatever you roll together.
Yeah.
So it's those dice plus 5. We're gonna do it all together, all one healing, because she's also using a
That's
healing
10.
potion.
You get back. You get back 10.
Okay.
Well, I'm awake, that's for sure.
Okay, so Nulara's awake with 10. Nulara's like, did we win?
Yeah. we won.
Oh, that's good. How about a 5-minute break? All right, guys, what are you doing now?
Smoke if you got him.
That's cute.
We got the juice.
Well, why don't we go to...
You're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I only have 5.
I would do a cure wounds on yourself then.
Yeah, I may have to cure wounds myself too.
Okay.
And since you were really nice and like actually gave us these healing potions, would you like one?
I have a healing
How many
potion,
do
so
we
I
have
want to
each?
use it.
You can use it if you want.
3.
So
I don't
On
know.
yourself?
I bought
myself.
2d4
so I don't
plus
know
2.
how many we all had.
2d4 plus 2.
Yeah, that's it. I don't think we have a store yet. Like a stockpile.
Well, evidently nobody's been tracking it, so.
6, 8.
Okay.
Alright, so I add 8.
I also gave you healing potions, and you got 5 back too.
I got 5 back from your healing potions.
So
Then that's
1d8
10,
and
and
my
then
spell
1d8.
casting modifier.
Correct. Plus 2.
Wait,
Plus the
wait,
spell's
wait,
level.
wait.
Because I can't remember.
That's
1d8.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 11 back.
So you're at
Oh,
21.
for God's sakes. 1.
1 plus your spellcasting ability.
5.
Plus 2.
6, 7.
And you did it at first level.
Yeah.
So you heal 8. Because you're a fucking ambulance with feet. Okay, so healed up. Potions were drank.
So I
What are you guys doing now?
Getting her
Get me
dad.
bad.
yeah.
Okay, so you're making your way over to that wicker pen.
Yep.
I'll take that last of the third healing potion and give it to you to give to your dad.
And he does look like he needs it.
Okay.
You can see he is missing an ear. Why did you come? And he's just holding on to the
So with
bars.
that,
Because I had to. Now open your mouth.
He takes the potion. He heals 7.
Ooh, not
Good,
bad.
good.
All right, get me out of here.
I want to run a check on him if I'm standing there.
Okay,
chip him out.
Is it him?
go ahead. Roll an insight.
12.
He turns into a beholder. No, it's him.
Oh!
Turns into what?
Behold him.
Beholder.
Oh.
Ah.
Was that nice?
Do that
Is that part of the whole?
All right.
Is it possible, like, after we get him out to torch this place?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I got this.
Okay,
You guys step away.
I'm assuming you're gonna have big fuck over here break through the barriers.
Yes.
Okay, Tor, make a strength check. You can do it with advantage. I'll say he's helping you.
While they're doing that, I'm going to start taking all the wicker men.
12.
It's basically like just spun wicker that she kind of had like a hole in this guy, so it's not that hard as Tor is able to just pop him. And he stumbles out of the cage, and he's hurt, but he's on his feet.
And I hug him and I hold him and then I just crying into his
Cushion
shoulder. I
is
told you
squeezing.
you were stupid for going here alone. Why did you insist on coming here alone?
I'm going to ask Umbra to help me investigate the shack,
Okay.
the body, if she's got any cool gadgets on her or inside.
Okay.
I want to run some investigation, and when we've completely done that, I want to start taking the wicker men, surround that shack, and let them up.
Okay, 2 separate investigations and checks then. One for her and one for the shack.
Okay. Lou for the shack.
Investigation.
Ooh. Nat 20 on the shack,
Okay.
and a 16 on the body. Now, she was like a mist when she first came out, right?
Oh,
Is her
like a
body
blob.
still there?
I wasn't trying to make it sound that way. I was trying to make it just seem like she floats out the window. It kind of just evolved into her being misty. I wasn't really trying to go for that, though. Don't read too much into it. That
Almost
was,
like
that
the
was me
ring.
using the wrong words.
Like the ring coming out of the TV.
Kind of, yeah.
Oh, yay.
Ah.
I figured it.
That's everything that's everything that's in the shack.
Everything that's in the shack. Alright, guys, we have Potion of Growth and Sending Stones, and that's all of our goals.
Tor doesn't need a potion of growth.
No.
Jeez Louise. When you drink this potion, you gain the enlarge effect of the enlarge reduce spell for 1d4 hours. No concentration required. Sending stones. Sending stones come in pairs, with each smooth stone carved to match the other, so the pairing is easily recognized. While you touch one stone, you can use the action to cast the sending spell from it. The target is the bearer of the other stone. If no creature bears the other stone, you know that fact as soon as you use the stone and don't cast the spell. Once sending is cast through the stone, they cannot be used again until the next dawn. Playing my character, I would say that one of the stones should go to Sariel, so if we ever need her, or if she ever needs us, she can contact us.
So, father's freed, and you've got your loot. Did you share with the class? Does everybody know what you got?
I gave it to Laura, I don't know all the details.
There's 96 platinum,
Oh, jeez.
1,998 gold,
Holy crap.
5,616 silver, 4,040 copper, 3 gems that are about 100. 1 gem that's about 5,000 to 6,000.
Whoa.
And then what you had said, the potion of growth and the pair of sending stones.
So is the jewel anything?
This is quite a loot, and I'm wondering how we're going to carry it, because I don't believe we have a pouch, right?
To carry everything?
I don't believe we
Doesn't
have
she
a
have
bag of holding, do we?
Doesn't she have a backpack? Didn't she get a backpack?
Yeah, but is it a special backpack or is it just a backpack?
Oh, I don't know.
No, it's just a leather backpack, what she has. I don't enforce encumbrance rules. It's way too much for me to keep track of. I don't care. That's the loot you got. I'm not worried about how you're carrying it. I don't. No. I don't enforce that. That's way too much micromanaging of my players. I don't do that.
So somehow we're able to carry.
You're able
all
to
that.
carry. You figure it the frig
Yeah.
out.
Figure it out.
I think one of you has a bag of holding or something along
If
those
it's heavy,
lines.
just give it to me.
Yeah,
I'll
they
hold
gave
it.
me the other stuff. I was holding the
Okay,
other
we're gonna
stuff.
stack 8 chests of gold on top of you.
Well, it's also
Very nice.
it's also the fact of like it's like 15,000 coins. Like it's more than the weight. It's like what do you do with them? You know?
That's a lot.
But I'm not enforcing that. So you guys are making your way back out of the forest.
After have we set it ablaze?
As long as everything's out of the house, I put all the people on it, and I'm gonna walk around and light up those little guys, and I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna cast whatever I have to get it all going.
Okay, yeah, that's easy enough. Whether you're doing your fire hands or your fire bolt, eventually all the wicker, all around. It's a ring of fire. Johnny Cash would be happy around this moat, and you take a minute to survey the burning as the smoke begins to curl up into the canopies, into the tree canopy, and you make your way out. New Laura, make a survival check.
Okay, 14.
14. You find your way through pretty quickly. Like, it's almost like I've been this way before. I know. You find your way out, and you can almost see, like, a little bit of light at the edge of this one tree line you're coming to. It's the brightest piece of light that you've seen since entering the forest. And you break through the tree line. You're kind of waving your people on. Come on, I think I know where we're going. And you come out and you come into the area where you entered, and there's that beaten down piece of grass, like with a lot of foot traffic just kind of mushed down. And you look to your right and you see 2 older human men sitting there, each about to start chomping onto this piece of game that they just fried. And they all kind of look up. And the one looks up at you and goes, "Well, that was fast."
Not so cute anymore, am I?
What do you mean fast? How long were we gone?
However long it took me to cook this.
Oh, wow.
Like an hour?
I don't know, probably less.
Time stood still in there.
Time was because I thought we were gone like 4 days.
I mean, he was just right there. Duh. Okay, bye. Maybe don't go there. I was wise not to go there. Yeah. Okay, bye.
You make your way back into the city limits. Wendell is not there, so now you've got to on foot
yes.
back. So it's nightfall by the time you get back to your cottage.
I'm walking in collapse.
Just swordlessly face down into her bed.
And I look at all of them and I say, thank you for trusting me. Thank you so much for helping me get my father back. There is no possible words that I could say to express to you how grateful I am. And if there's ever anything that I could do for you, please let me know.
I might come to you and ask for a favor. With using your background and you're well spoken, and I'm sure you can write letters very well, and maybe you could help me with something in the future.
And I look at Ember and I say, just because I found my family doesn't mean that our adventuring family will end. So come to me with anything. And I take my father and I go back to our manor.
Tor is waving.
And that is an excellent breaking point. The Family That Games Together would like to take a moment to thank some of our sponsors. MasterOfTheGameProject.com, a blog dedicated to learning more about our favorite hobby, specifically the people who create the adventures that us gamers love to play. The Deck of Many, making quick reference cards for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, including weapons, NPCs, monsters, and spells, among others. Pre-order your animated spell cards today at deckofmany.com. Tabletop Loot, some of the best quality and best priced dice that we at the Family That Games Together have ever seen. Find them at tabletoploot.com. One can never have too many dice. And the Nerd Asylum, a group of amazing people playing a wonderful campaign called the Autumnford Chronicles. Check them out at thenerdasylum.com. To find out more about becoming a sponsor for the Family That Games Together, head over to our Patreon at the D&D Grandma on Patreon. A pledge of just $1 a month gets you access to Patreon exclusive content, including interviews with the players, narrated fanfiction, and other goodies. Thank you for listening, and keep on rolling.